Alrighty, boys. Okay, now we gotta... Mock draft time 2.0. Picks 11 to 31. Yo, how we doing? Right now we're just posting it onto my Twitter. Bro, the Celtics game hurts my soul. I watched it up until the middle of the third quarter. I was like, all right, we got this. I turned off. I went to go finish up my midterm. And lo and behold, my dad texted me. He's like, this shouldn't be happening. And I was like, oh no, what's happening? Oh no, what is happening? So I turned it back on and we blew a lead. Freaking, you know what it is? It's the fact that he started Marcus Smart. There's a real issue that Joe Mazzulla has to do right now. Mendy, you know what I love about this even more is that I get to talk and you can just listen. This is my favorite thing ever. But Joe Mazzulla has a player in Derek White who is clearly better than Marcus Smart at this point. Derek White's our third best player. And he takes him out and decides to put Marcus Smart in. And Marcus Smart goes and commits just the dumbest foul ever. He had great positioning. And my lord. And then the Red Sox as well. You know, Sunday was like the epitome of perfect Boston sports. And today is just the worst. Enable subs. How do I do that? Can you explain to me how I do that? And then I will do it. Because right now, we're going to do this draft. So in the beginning, we did the first 10, but then my college class started, so I had to cut it off, and I made myself a cup of coffee because it's 10 o'clock at night, and that's allowed. So I'm going to, while you tell me how to enable subs, I'm going to quickly go through, give you a rundown. So we start the draft. Panthers are going to pick Bryce Young. Panthers, the Texans are going to blow a smoke screen, but they're actually going to pick CJ Stroud. Cardinals are going to pick Will Anderson. They're going to pick Anthony Richardson, even though he's a project. They're going to pick Jalen Carter. They're going to pick Devin Witherspoon. They're going to pick Will Levis. We're just going through it because we missed it last time. This was the one where, who did they pick here? I forgot who I took. There's no quarterback for them. They didn't take a wide receiver. I know who they took. They took my man, Tyree Wilson. Absolute legend. The Bears took Paris Johnson Jr. And this is where we got stuck. And now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mock Draft 2.0, where I get to do what I would do regularly, but I get to have people come and I get to learn how to use Twitch because it's something that I've always wanted to learn how to do. So the Eagles are kind of set. They're a little bit old and off at offensive line. They could use another weapon, but they don't need it. They could use Bijan Robinson and become the scariest team in the world. Howie Roseman could have like a trigger finger and like see that his team went all the way to the Super Bowl, and all he needs is something to put him over the edge, and he might go and get Bijan Or go get another. I could see him going to get another cornerback because that's something that really is in need these days. Brian Branch, maybe? Like, the thing is, these days in the NFL, teams are just absolutely stacked. They're absolutely stacked at the wide receiver position. So he could go cornerback right here. I think the people that I'd have on my big board, if I were the Eagles, I'd have Bijan up there, obviously. I'd have Christian Gonzalez. I'd have Nolan Smith, Brian Branch, Miles Murphy, or even Broderick Jones or Skoronski. And when do they pick next? They have another pick coming up. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. Number 30. So they could probably get another cornerback here. So I don't see them going cornerback. They can go Gibbs there. I see them going offensive line or cornerback. No. Or even edge. We're going to go with Nolan Smith. Explosive off the edge. Nolan Smith runs like a 4.39, which is unheard of for a defensive end. He runs like a sub 7.2 shuttle or 3-cone, which is like unheard of. His man's like a freak athlete, and having him opposite of Son Reddick, Fletcher Cox that's a defense to be meddled with. Titans come up now. Titans could use a player at every position, so I think they go best player available, except for wide receiver or running back. I think they go, something on the front lines, whether it be defensive line or offensive line. I see them going Peter Skoronski. He's the best offensive lineman available. If you want to go best tackle available, Broderick Jones is probably a more pure tackle, and he's probably going to play more at that position than a Peter Skoronski. Peter Skoronski has 32.25-inch arms, which is very suboptimal for a left tackle or right tackle for that matter. You usually want to have at least 33+ inch arms to be able to have leverage and do your job. But they don't really need specifics. They did lose Taylor Lewan. They got Andre Dillard from the Eagles this offseason to shore that up. So I think they go best player available, get Peter Skoronski. Texans, second pick in the draft. They took CJ Stroud. They took their quarterback. They could use wide receiver here. They could use a defensive lineman. They picked Derek Stingley last year. They have on the D line and in the wide receiver room is where they're severely lacking. So let's say wide receiver and edge. Those are the two positions I'd probably be looking at if I'm the Texans. And I personally love Lucas Van Ness, but Miles Murphy's there. Jackson Smith and Jigba's there. I think they go Jackson Smith and Jigba. All right. Now, Green Bay Packers just made a trade today for Aaron Rodgers. If you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be listening to this because none of this probably makes sense to you. But Aaron Rodgers just got traded to the Jets. Part of that trade was that they swapped these two picks with my Patriots just sitting in the middle, which is very interesting because the Patriots and the Jets have a rich history of picking right next to each other, where at one point there was a story where one of the executives had found out who they were going to pick. They had found out who the Patriots were going to pick. No, the Patriots had found out that the Jets wanted to pick Sebastian Vollmer, if I'm not mistaken, in like 08 or 07. And they found out because Vollmer told them that the Jets had told him that they wanted to pick him. And the Jets were picking right in front of The Patriots. So what did the Patriots do? They called the team a couple spots ahead of the Jets, traded for the pick, and picked Vollmer. And Vollmer was just an absolute legend at left tackle. Or right tackle, actually. So the Packers, wide receiver could be of use. Tight end could be of use. Defensive line, I think they go Dalton Kincaid. Or Michael Mayer. Lord have mercy, they could use everyone. I think it has to be a tight end because they have to go with a receiving threat. And they just drafted Christian Watson. They drafted Romeo Doubs. So they already have a bunch of young rookies. I'd probably get some strength in there. I honestly have not watched either Michael Mayer or Dalton Kincaid. How about we take a look at them? So Dalton Kincaid played a lot in this slot. 70 receptions. Quite a big jump. 809 yards. That's a lot of production. Yikes. Then we have Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer was the clear number one guy in this class. But over the past little bit, Dalton Kincaid has so his production has been long. It's a rich history of production. He's not as much in the slot, but he gets a lot of targets. He can move. What's his let's go to tight end and see what we got here. Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, number 1, number 2, respectively. Kincaid did not run a 40. That would have been really good information to know. This is not a rerun. This is me, bro. And welcome to the chat. I'm on OBS right now. I'm using OBS, not Twitch Studios. I kind of like it better, but I also don't like the fact that I can't see how many viewers I have. Not that I have more than one at a time at this point. And I don't like that the chat's so small. My eyes aren't that good. I don't like coming up to here to look. How many viewers do I have at this point right now? Chat settings. Show mod icons. I have 14. Wow. I have my boys here. By the way, I don't think I'd have any idea of what to do on Twitch or how to get into this space whatsoever without you guys. Like, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It's kind of crazy. I got my first bit of hate today, which was absolutely legendary. I posted on my chat, like on this fantasy football chat, like that I'm doing this, and it's like, we don't need another stoner giving off his opinions for nothing. And and I was like, damn, like hate, like that's it. But also it was very interesting. So that's what we're feeding off of tonight. That's why we're up drinking coffee at 10:20 to do some football. So back to Michael Mayer and Dalton Kincaid, guys. So these are tight ends. These are the guys who are wide receivers, but they're also blockers. They're very, very interesting positions because they're not paid like wide receivers, but they're not paid like offensive linemen. So you're getting the best of both worlds, but you're paying less than either positions. What's your emote? Bro, this chat is so small in OBS, I can't see anything. If one of you could tell me how to make my chat bigger, that would be amazing. That looks like a face, but I don't know what it is. Did you pay $25 for that? I don't know how to do that. Craziness, bro. Okay. Chat. Ooh. I think I made it bigger a little bit. Trial and error, baby. Okay, so this is the best I can do. Back to the tight ends. So, guys, Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid. By the way, if you could both tell me how my sound and visuals are, that'd be amazing. Please, don't forget to say please. So this guy is 21, almost 22. He's probably I think he's like a Cancer or something. Dalton Kincaid's a little bit older. He's 23 and a half. 6'3", 246, 6'4", 249. He runs a 4.7 40, which is not bad. It's not incredible, but it's pretty good. Broad jump. This is a broad jump, by the way, just to let you guys know. This Dalton Kincaid did not run. So we're going to go, because I want to see his 40. Where are we? Right. We're going to take Michael Mayer for the Packers. Now, my team, the Patriots, are on the clock. Whew. So, the Patriots don't need a quarterback. This is bullshit. This is lying. We definitely need an offensive tackle, and right now, that is a Broderick Jones. We could use a tight end, theoretically. We could use a wide receiver. These are the positions which I think the Patriots could take from. I definitely love Christian Gonzalez. I think he's a great cover corner. Deonte Banks is there. Joey Porter's there. They had Deonte Banks in for a visit. They had Joey Porter. They visited Joey Porter. But I think they like how deep this class is. And I think that they really need to work on protecting Mac Jones. And they're comfortable waiting and developing a project like Broderick Jones. And there's also other edge guys in the draft that I'm pretty sure they like. We're going to take Broderick Jones with the 14th overall pick. Now the Jets are on the clock. I think that they could go tight end. They could go edge. They already have their tight ends, safeties, cornerbacks. They're solid. I think they need to go offense here, and I think they go Darnell Wright. That's what they do. Commanders. So it's very interesting. You have 4 teams. You have the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Giants, all who are in conversations with Bijan Robinson. He looks like Saquon Barkley. The Cowboys should draft him. The Eagles should draft him and become unstoppable. Maybe the Commanders should take him. And have a little fun. But I don't think they do. The Washington Commanders are quite the mess. I think they go D-line. No, I don't. I'm lying. I'm just saying that. It's tired. I'm late. I don't know who they would take at this point. DeJuan Jones. Could they reach? Okay, let's go with the guard. We're going to go with the guard, Mr. Osiris Torrance. Lovely. Steelers, they're going to take Joey Porter Jr., get their guy, bring the Porters back to Pittsburgh. Lions back on the clock. They went at number 6 and took cornerback Devon Witherspoon. They're back on the clock at number 18. They could go tight end. They traded away Hawkinson, who was also like the number 8th overall pick 4 years ago. Shore up their or they can go D end. Get a Kalijah Kancey. Get a Miles Murphy opposite. Oof, I love that Kalijah Kancey fit. Kalijah Kancey going to Detroit. Oh, that's a disgusting lineup. Or they can go tight end. I mean, they could do a lot. I don't think that Dalton Kincaid fits their stuff, but I think Kancey does. Buccaneers come in. They need some heavy loaders. And they go and they get a Anton Harrison probably. No, I don't really think they want to shore up their... The Buccaneers are in a terrible place. Let's look up Tampa Bay's depth chart. Depth chart, lovely. So they have Schitt's Creek of quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Their running backs are shady at best. Rachaad White showed flashes last year, but I mean, he's serviceable for a year where they're trying to tank and get Mr. Caleb Williams. They're going to trade Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. They drafted K-Dotton last year. And Ryan Jensen's getting old. Tristan Wirfs probably going to move back inside. They could probably use a lot of help on this offensive line. This is not looking like a really great place to be. Their linebackers, 3-headed monsters over here. They look fun. They look like they sound. There are a lot of name guys, people who sound good, but I don't think that they're old. Levante David is, I'll tell you how old he is. He's 33. All right. Devin White is becoming way too expensive for them. Shaq Barrett, he's just always getting injured, and he's 30. Their secondary is a little shady. I think Buccaneers, ever since Brady left, it's funny when you put big Tom Brady at the top of this depth chart. For some reason, their team looks so much better. You take him away, it's like tank season. Caleb Williams sweepstakes. I mean, Lord have mercy. What do you guys think? Where do you think they could go? What position group do you think they should shore up? Or looks or sounds the scariest? They could probably go. They're probably in a position where they can go best player available besides running back. Bijan Robinson's still on the board at 19. Absolutely crazy. There's Gonzalez, top cornerback on the board. There's Brian Branch, Miles Murphy. You know. Who do they even like? I don't know. I'm not on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pulse. I think secondary, if from all the weak position groups they have, it's probably, one of their best. They could probably... they need help rushing the quarterback. That's what they had. They couldn't rush the quarterback for the life depended on them. Okay, so let's take a look at their D-line. That's what we decided we're going with. We're going with the D-line. D-line edge. Miles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness. This is where they are, the three-head monster. Van Ness, McDonald, Murphy. I watched some tape on Van Ness and McDonald. I didn't get to Murphy yet. Miles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness is fun. He can blow you up. He's explosive off the line, physical. Or we could read what this guy has to say about him. So he has Van Ness before both of these guys. McDonald's over here. Murphy. Van Ness. So let's look at their 40 times. Van Ness runs a 4.58. Murphy runs a 4.53. McDonald runs a 4.69. McDonald has long arms. She has long arms. Let's look at some of the production that they've had over the past little bit. Van Ness has had lots of... That was one of the things that I definitely noticed. He blew the lineups, and when they ran the ball, he was always in the backfield, always taking down the ball carrier, just constantly creating havoc. Good sack production. He's also young. He's not even 22 yet. Miles Murphy. He's born literally a month before me. If only. LOL. Also in the backfield. He's outstanding size, length, and build. I think Miles Murphy is their guy. They need someone to get to the quarterback, and I think Miles Murphy does it the best. I think Miles Murphy gets to the quarterback the best, honestly. That's who they're going with in number 19. Seahawks back on the clock. Just to recap, they went Jalen Carter at number 5. Back on the clock. Still need help on their defense. Probably could use help on their offensive line, but at this point in the draft, there's no one really to help them that is worth the value slot of the 20th overall pick. I think they probably go back to defense, go back to that edge group, Lucas Van Ness. I think they go with Lucas Van Ness, create some physicality there. You know, some Carlos Dunlap, learn from Carlos Dunlap some pass rush moves and whatnot. Then we skipped the lowly Dolphins because they cheated. Chargers. Ooh, Chargers could use some speed. You know, that's what they need. Could also use a cornerback. They could also use a tight end. This is when I'd love to know what Dalton Kincaid's 40 is. So I think the speed guys, right now, if you're adding a wide receiver to the Chargers room, you want to add speed. They have Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, 2 great possession receivers. Issue is they're slow as a turtle. There's no explosiveness to their offense right now. So when you watch the Chargers play, they're constantly dinking and diming with one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has a cannon of an arm, but they have to throw 7-yard hitches, 7-yard out routes because they have no speed in their lineup. They also don't have a tight end for that matter. And I think if you're looking at speed, you're looking at a Zay Flowers or you're looking at a Jalen Hyatt. I think it's a little bit early for Jalen Hyatt, even though some people have him pretty high. This is a tough one. It's a tough one. Wonder what the picks that the Chargers have. Okay, whatever. We're just here. We're here with them. Cade, Gonzalez, Banks, Addison, Johnson. We're going to go with Dalton Kincaid. Get some tight end in that room that can catch the ball. Get another weapon for him. Ravens need a lot of stuff. They're always into making sure their secondary is strong. They could use a wide receiver. They've drafted one a couple years ago, Rashad Bateman. They just signed OBJ. They could probably use another weapon. They're good on the defense. They really need to. They could probably come and draft a cornerback. I can't believe Christian Gonzalez. In any real draft, Christian Gonzalez is going to be off the board already. It's just in my mock draft that he's not. I think they go Christian Gonzalez here. Get a steal. Quite a steal. And here come the Vikings. Jordan Addison, Quinn Johnson. So right now they have an X and a Z. They have Justin Jefferson. Let's look at the Vikings. What could they possibly need? What are some areas of need for the Minnesota Vikings? They need a quarterback. They're not getting it in this draft. Ooh. Or they can draft Hendon Hooker. That would be nice. They really need a wide receiver. The middle of their offensive line could use some help, but you're not going to adjust that right now. They really need someone on the ends. A linebacker, but you're not getting an off-ball linebacker in the first round because no one does that. Off-ball linebackers and running backs kind of have the same values when executives look at them. They're just not going to draft them in the first round because of the price tag that comes with the first round pick and the fifth-year option. That's something that you want to utilize on high value assets such as offensive linemen, pass rushers, wide receivers, obviously quarterbacks, cornerbacks, defensive backs. Those are the positions that you want to be spending the first round pick on. But you're going to stay away from off-ball linebackers and running backs. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come here. We're going to go a little bit crazy. We're going to draft Hendon Hooker because it's quarterback heavy this round. Jaguars come in. Get it. They need help in the secondary badly. I think they come and go Brian Branch. Simple, hard-hitting, explosive athlete. Brian Branch is a good fit for them. They need help in their secondary. They're going to be an explosive team next year. They're going to be a very good team in the South. They literally have no competition. It's them in the memory of Urban Meyer. Giants. What do the Giants need? What could the Giants possibly need? Wide receivers could be helpful. I think they go wide receiver here. I think that's a serious area of need for them. It's just a matter of which one do they want. Let's look at the type of receivers that they have right now. Because if they have a slot receiver, you can expect them to not draft another slot receiver. It's just too redundant. This is just the worst wide receiver room I've ever seen. Lord have mercy. Darius Slayton's fun, I'm not gonna lie. They have some nice guys in the bridges, but they're all like third string guys. You don't want any of these guys to be your number one or your number two. The offensive line's fun. Evan Neal is a legend. Andrew Thomas is a dog. Their defense was disgusting at the end of the year. Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence are some of the most expensive. Adoree Jackson and Leonard Williams are costing them an arm and a leg. Let's look how much it costs for the Giants to keep these two guys. Leonard Williams is costing $18 million to $32 million against the cap. That's how much a Mr. Leonard Williams is costing the New York Giants this year. $32 million. That's more than what Jimmy Garoppolo is making this year. Adoree Jackson, $20 million. $20 million for a cornerback that's probably in the low second, beginning of the third tier. That's horrific money. But that's what you do when you have some bad management. Then you have some more normal numbers. $12 million cap hit for Dexter Lawrence. These are the numbers which are really causing them to go slow in their rebuild process. But after this year, what's next year looking like for them? Leonard Williams is a $5 million cap hit. But they don't want to. So theoretically, they could take this money and adjust it and move a lot of this money over here and prorate it to 2024. But they don't want to do that because in 2024 they have to spend $45 million on a Mr. Daniel Jones. Same thing goes for Adoree Jackson. They have the cap space right now, barely have the cap space. So they're taking all this money in right here. They're gonna draft a wide receiver or two. I just poked myself in the eye. I think they have to go wide receiver, but let's go back to what they need. They need a wide receiver. They could use some speed. They could use a possession receiver, someone who catches the ball, unlike a Darius Slayton. So you have Jordan Addison, who a lot of people don't love, but he slid down a lot of people's draft boards. Quentin Johnston, big boy. Zay Flowers, hype. I think they go show more. All right, let's see. He played 77 snaps in the slot. He played 253 on the wide. 17 touchdowns. This was his big year with Kenny Pickett. 17 touchdowns with Kenny Pickett. Quentin Johnston played a lot in the wide. I love this guy. Looks incredible. Let's go Quentin Johnston to the Giants. Cowboys. Bijan Robinson season over here. Is it time for Bijan Robinson to come off the board? Anyone want Bijan Robinson? I don't know. Or we can go edge. Ooh. I like Bijan Robinson. Let's get a little bit crazy. Let's get crazy and go Bijan Robinson to the Cowboys. That's feisty. That's scary. Whew. Rest in peace, the NFC East. Bills come up. They go Zay Flowers. Just easy, simple. Don't even think about it. Take Zay Flowers. Get that speed. Get that shiftiness. Possession. Stretch the field for Josh Allen. Bengals come in. Sam Laporta. They can go D-line, D-back. I think they go cornerback here. They go Deontay Banks. Get some help in their secondary. Coming up in the last 3 picks, Saints, wizardry of the cap. I think they go D-line. They really need to position themselves well for when Cameron Jordan leaves. I think they go Will McDonald. Or they can go Adetomiwa Adebawore. This guy's fun. This guy didn't have the most insane production, but he is an athlete. This man is an athlete. Like when you think of athlete, think of Adetomiwa Adebawore. That's what you should think about. Athlete, just pure athlete. Let's look at him right here. If we can find him. maybe he's in DTs. Hold on a second. Yep, here he is. 4'9" at 280 pounds. 33 and 7/8 arms, just monster. Jeez. 37.5 feet vertical jump, 10.5 broad jump. Short shuttle, 3-cone is 713. That's absurd. That's absurd for Adedemiwa Adebaware. I think I got it right. They're going Adedemiwa Adebaware. I'm getting good at that, I'm not going to lie. Eagles have another great pick. So just to recap, they went Nolan Smith, edge. Come back. They could use... I think they go Anton Harrison here. Get some help for when Lane Johnson and the rest of their offensive line retires. Put this guy in. Now the Chiefs come up and can do whatever the hell they want. Ideally, they go Zay Flowers here, but he's gone. Oof. So let's not go there. Where did the Chiefs go? What do the Chiefs possibly need? Offensive tackle, no. Honestly, they really could use a wide receiver. Or even like a linebacker. Or Mr. Will McDonald. I think with the end of the first round, with the 31st pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, in the Mock Draft 2.0, Chiefs select Will McDonald. Grading my draft. Let's see. I'm honestly not sure. Anyone want to sponsor? Anyone want to sponsor me $56 so I can see what my grade is? This is the draft. All right, let's go here. Copy image. Beautiful. Copied image. Download image. Yeah, why not? Let's download it. Lovely. Chat says to watch this. Okay. I'm trusting you. I have no idea what the hell this is. Okay. We're gonna learn some stuff at the end of this video. Or not. We're gonna watch footy. This is footy, right? Am I right? The quality is terrible. Am I right in this is footy? He just scored a goal, correct? AFL, American Footy League. Or Australian Footy League. Australian Footy League. Sydney versus... What could WCE mean? What a play. What a bounce. Oh, that was too easy. Do you have to kick it into that net or can you throw it into the net? That's the lamest touchdown signal I've ever seen. Like in football, we go up. This is just... It's like a goal. I have no idea what is flying. That guy seems happy, or he's going to throw up. Is this like a crazy moment? Yeah, this has to be the best moments of all time. I have no idea what just happened. All right. Okay, now we're watching Port versus BL. What does that mean? Port versus BL. The only places I know in Australia are Sydney, Melbourne, and the place out west, which I forgot what it's called. Perth. That's what it is. It's Perth. And Brisbane. Of course I knew Brisbane. What am I talking about? Essex? Is that Essex? And I need someone to tell me what WCE stands for. What a kick. What a kick. Again, with the lamest signal ever. Also, all the Australians have these like slicked back hair, which is just incredible. This is a lame tackle. Great kick. But like, if you get like a punter, like again, just terrible signal. But like, if you get like an NFL punter, right, and you get him to just kick, how long is the entire field? Because if it's like, let's say 75, it's not. I know it's not 75. That's a lot more than 75. So that's what Tony Brown was watching. Tony Brown has been watching footy film. Wow. Get over it, bro. It's horrible. It's so bad. It's so bad. Can you, are you allowed to throw it normally? Mosey, you tell me to watch it, but you're not giving me any information that I need. Mo the Fro. West Coast? Is it West Coast? I need the rules. I need all the rule books. Get out of jail. Jeez. What a kick. This game makes no sense. Okay. Ugh, I can't get over that. Lovely. Beautiful. Boys and girls. Bryce, this is the draft. This is what happened. If I get it right, I will be ever most happy because that is incredible. There's like a 0.01% chance this actually happens. Thanks for coming. Have a great night. Signing off to go to sleep.